9 yet to go, Heat 1. The first of 4 in the modifieds. Turn them loose. Let's rock it down the back straightaway with Dave Kane. McEvers throwing a lot of smoke out the rear of the 18M car. Let's see if it has any factor in his completion of this heat race tonight. Top 16 in passing points to the main event. Kane continues to lead this one with Kelly Esty in tow in 37. Here comes Belfi in car number 11, a rocket sled on rails in the 11 car. The North Shore Nightmare rolls it up into the top 3 spots. Smith in front of him in 21. Smith rolling good at the Big O tonight on the back chute. He'll sit in 3rd right behind Esty. Dave Kane starts to stretch things out into this 10-lap event, the first of 4 heat races. Usbin in turn and number 2. That is Wade Skindlin in car number 15. Tough break for McEvers in the 18M car. Had some difficulties, a lot of smoke pouring out the rear of the machine. Something broke on the rear end of the car too, so tough break for Mason McEvers, the driver tonight. Your pole sitter out of Grantsburg, Wisconsin, going to stop right there. He's going to need a hook. Don't forget the new concession area that has opened up recently here at Ogilvie Raceway. Off to the side past the bathrooms, you'll see a room there with a big screen TV, lots of seating, and a food. They're selling certain food items in that area that you cannot get at the main concession areas, so check it out. The Philly cheesesteak sandwiches, I've heard, are second to none. So if they've got those there tonight, you might want to check it out. Also check out what else they have in the new area that is past the bathroom in the main area. The new concession area, they are selling some great food. Not a whole lot of people know it. It might be Ogilvie Raceway's best kept secret so far. So if you haven't checked it out, you might want to do that. The lines are probably shorter there than anywhere else. Check that out this evening. Also a lot of seating there, the big screen TV to watch the races live here from the Ogilvie Raceway. If you're at home somewhere and want to pick up the live broadcast here tonight, it is on pay-per-view, www.watchfye.tv, to watch this weekend's action. The 14th annual Weir's Machine Minnesota Modified Nationals at the Ogilvie Raceway. So a special welcome to the folks watching on pay-per-view here tonight. We hope you enjoy it as much as we do, bringing it to you at the race event tonight. If you're sitting in the grandstands or out in turns 1 or 2, trackside parking, take a listen on 89.1. 89.1 for the call of the races here live from the scoring tower at Ogilvie. So if you don't want to listen to the noise of the car and want to listen to some other noise and you got some headsets, 89.1 is the place to be. Tough break for Mason McEvers out of Grantsburg, Wisconsin in the 18M car. He'll sit the rest of this one out. If he can fix whatever's wrong with that machine, he can come back into the B features coming up a little bit later on tonight's program. So we'll have 1 B feature tonight in the modifieds and 2 B features in the Midwest modifieds. 16 cars in passing points. The top 16 go to the main, the rest go to the Bs. The last chance to qualify for tonight's main events. Dave Kane in the 2C on the point by himself. Double file all the way back to Wade Skindlin in the 15 car. 7 remaining. Here we go back to green flag. Dave Kane will lead the charge. Back underway, the first of 4 tonight in the modifieds. A lot of heavy hitters in action here in the modifieds tonight in the Midwest modifieds in every class for that. Here tonight at Ogilvie, a stacked house, stacked pits, and here we go with Dave Kane in 2C. Kane with the advantage in this 10-lap event, sets the pace down the back chute. He'll bring along Kelly Esty in 37. SD in 37. It is Smith in car number 21, the 11 car. That 11 driven by Joey Jensen, having some problems in turn number 3. Jensen having problems in the 11 machine. Looks like he's coming to a slowdown right in front of flat tire for 1 on the front of the 11B tonight for Joey Jensen. So the lineup already read down to the drivers through the receiver system. One-way communication track officials to the drivers. Look at the 11 of Joey Jensen getting ready to head to the pits off the backside of the raceway. Tough break for Jensen. He'll have a chance to join the B feature a little bit on the green up. Brian Riedemann says, drivers, you are going and racing next time by. So Dave Kane in 2C started outside row 1, wasted no time going to the front for the first 3 laps. We'll see if he can continue on the last 5 as the green is flying. Back underway in heat number 1 for the modifieds. Kane leads him down the back chute. SD about 8 car lengths behind in the 37. Trying to close that gap. Smith in 21. Belfi in car number 11. Then it's Greer in 5G. Gross in the number 12, side by side with Greer into turn number 1. They're going to go to work on Belfi now in the 11 car down the back chute with Smith in front of them in 21, 37. SD and up to your race leader. Past the halfway point, it's Dave Kane in 2C. Starting to work his way from SD, 1.180, the difference between 1 and 2 last time by. Kane starts to stretch things out on the last 3 laps, and now 2 as the flying green is out for the 2C car out of Corcoran. Minnesota Dave Kane leads the rest of the field with 2 remaining to be 1. SD in 37, now almost 2 seconds behind your race leader. The white flag goes high in the sky. Dave Kane 2C with 1 to go. SD in the second spot. Smith right behind him has been challenging all race long. Going to try one last ditch effort to get into position number 2. Pass points, as we said, for the top 16 is the key, and Dave Kane wins in 2C. Kelly SD 37 in the runner-up spot. Jake Smith 21 in 3rd, and Jody Belfi, the North Shore Nightmare, at 11, finishing in position 4. So Belfi climbs from the 5th row in position number 9 all the way to 4th. So we're just about to go with heat race number 2, but it looks like the water truck might make a quick appearance out on the raceway. Dave Kane, your winner here tonight out of Corcoran in the 2C car. That's a Masters built by JMR, KS Engineering, Peterson Heating and Cooling, French Lake Auto Parts, Chubb's Performance, Milestone Marketing, Kane Designs, and Kane Farms on the side of Dave Kane's 2C. The water truck out on the track, so we'll be back with racing action in heat race number 2 in just a little bit. I want to take this opportunity to thank some of the sponsors here of this weekend's event. Your title sponsor is Weir's Machine and Racing Products. They are your official racing products provider of FYE Motorsports and the title sponsor of this weekend's Minnesota Modified Nationals. Candy Toss will be coming up a little bit later on. That is presented tonight by Winning Edge Graphics. The Candy Toss, sponsor of FYE Motorsports, coming up a little bit later on. The bucket of candy is already up there. Brian, I think that bucket's a little bit lower than it used to be. He's got to check it out. Oh, there we go. It's a little bit lower now. Oh, empty paper. Somebody's guilty. All right, so that'll take place a little bit later on. The bike giveaway, 2 bikes you see there tonight, courtesy of West Metro Buick GMC. And the kids' Tonka truck down in front. Somebody go home with a hauler here tonight, courtesy of Vandy Racing in Scandia. Bike helmet sponsors tonight, Divine Home Care and Hospice out of Wilmer, Minnesota. With safety coming first, you definitely want a lid on your head when you're riding those fancy bikes. As we said earlier, the pay-per-view right now, watch it on www.watchfye.tv. There we go. And your souvenir trailer, don't forget, that's out front. FYE Motorsports souvenir trailer's got all kinds of brand new 2019 merchandise and the Mod Nationals event apparel. That's also where you sign up for that bike giveaway and the big truck, so don't forget to sign up out there. They also have a lot of other great things for the kids and the adults, so stop by out there. Say hi to Carol and Linda. Pick up. Oh, yeah, and if you get cold tonight, some of you did not bring your snowmobile suits, but they've got blankets, so make sure you get that if you get a little bit cool here tonight. They've also got autograph sheets available out there, so please check that out. Lots of other great sponsor events and contingency sponsors throughout the weekend. We've got some very interesting things to give away. There'll be random draw bonuses throughout. Some of the feature winners will get a little bit of a bonuses. A best combined finish bonus coming up. Highest finishing Midwest modified license driver. That goes to the Midwest modified license driver, not somebody driving a that's licensed for something else. We also have a whole ton of contingency sponsors helping out. Also thanks to Leighton Broadcasting and All-Star Trophy and Awards, both in St. Cloud, and V-Brock Performance out of Somerset for their support. MTH Motorsports also has a couple of special giveaways this week. Tonight we'll let you know a little bit about that a little later on during tonight's event. So a little bit of water down on the track as we get ready for heat race number 2 in the modifieds. As we said, the top 16 in passing points will go on to tonight's main. The rest drop to the Bs. So there'll be one B feature in the modifieds tonight. There's 2 B features in the Midwest modifieds. 114 cars in the pits. Wow, what a delegation on hand here tonight. We're glad you chose to spend your Saturday evening with us here at Ogilvie Raceway for tonight's 14th annual Weir's Machine Modified Nationals, the Minnesota Modified Nationals, 14th annual this weekend. Tomorrow night we'll do it all over again with another full program. These 4 divisions will be back at it tomorrow night. So that will be tomorrow evening, and the start time, same time, 6 o'clock tomorrow night. Contingency sponsors for the weekend includes Joe Provo Racewear out of Chanhassen, Minnesota, Champ Sports Bar and Grill in New Richmond, Wisconsin, JimMo.com in New Richmond, Wisconsin, Dahlbeck Logging out of Ironwood, Michigan, Dirt Race Central out of Bertram, Minnesota, Shills Dumpster Service out of Oakdale, Shooter Sports Bar out of Princeton, Marty's FX Auto Repair in Nowthen, Minnesota, Trantina Properties in St. Cloud, Willow River Saloon out of Burkhart, Wisconsin. Those are all some contingency sponsors this weekend. Heat race number 2 and maybe 3 might be rolling out to roll in the moisture on the top side of the raceway as we get ready. Heat race number 2, the second of 4 tonight in the modifieds, as we will take the top 16 in passing points to tonight's main event. Let's give you a rundown. The lineup in heat race number 2, your pole sitter tonight. In the Arctic at number 60, that will be Dan Ebert. Ebert out of Lakeshore, Minnesota, going to start from the pole. On the outside, in the Highway Auto Sales 89 Junior, that is JT Johnson out of Malacca. He'll start second. Inside row 2 tonight out of Alexandria, Minnesota, is Jeremy Nelson in car number 5. The U-Motors sponsor, number 4 of Jeremy Nelson. On the outside from Ramsey, that is Clayton Wagaman. Wagaman in the 14W car, going to start outside row number 2. In the Rum River Design Company 14W. Inside The third row tonight, he comes all the way from Dickinson, North Dakota. That is the Brad Hardigan. Hardigan sits in the Hardigan Racing number 87H. He starts inside row 3. On the outside, Justin A-Strike in the Motorsports number 46. He'll start in position number 6. A-Strike out of Elk River. Inside row number 4, Sam Fankhauser tonight out of Rice Lake, Wisconsin. Fankhauser in car number 11. He sits in the Carissa Myers and Jenkins Realty number 11. He starts inside row 4. On the outside, in the West Metro Buick GMC 7A, that is Rice, Minnesota, Shane Sobraski. Sobraski starting in position number 8 tonight. And the final starter tonight out of Hendrum, Minnesota, there, the number 28, the Z28 of Jamie Troutner. Troutner in car number Z28, your final starter tonight in heat race number 2. He's in the Schwinn Construction. Number 28, the final starter out of 9 tonight in heat 2 for modifieds. So we roll around the high side, getting ready for heat race number 2. 2 more to go after that for the modifieds, and then we will move our way into the first of 6 tonight. A half a dozen Midwest modified heat races, 52 Midwest modifieds on hand here tonight. Then we'll follow up with our final heat races tonight. It'll be 2 heat races for the Hornets. A lot of heat race action to go, then 3 B features, and then the mains to come your way tonight. The official on the flag stand looking for a little yes or no, or thumbs up or thumbs down, the way the track is. So we're going to move them double wide on the high side to roll in the track. Just about set to go in heat number 2 for the modifieds. Dan Ebert, the pole sitter, in car number 60. JT Johnson on the outside in 89 junior starts second. Inside row 2, Jeremy Nelson out of Alexandria tonight. In the 4 car to the outside, Clayton Wagaman out of Ramsey starts 4th in 14W. They're going green and racing next time. The red number 87 of Brad Hardigan. He's out of Dickinson, North Dakota. On his outside, Elk River, Minnesota's Justin A-Strike in 46. It's a Rice Lake, Wisconsin, Sam Fankhauser in 11. The 7A of Shane Sobraski out of Rice. And at the tail, the Z28 of Jamie Troutner out of Hendrum, Minnesota. We're ready for green. Heat 2 takes the green. Dan Ebert off the base of the raceway with the 89 junior of JT Johnson. Set the pace down the back chute into turn number 3. 14W Wagonman moving into 3rd, but the caution comes out in turn 2. Brad Hardigan, 87H car out of action out of Dickinson, North Dakota, bringing out the caution in heat 2. Track officials checking with Hardigan in that red number 87 to see if he's good for the go. 0 laps complete of 10. We'll do it again. From the beginning in heat race number 2, top 16 in passing points is the key here tonight to make the show. The rest go to the B feature, which will come up a little bit later on in the show. So B features will be the last opportunity to qualify in the modifieds and the Midwest modifieds tonight. Top 16, though, do make the show right onto the heat races. Pulling into the inside and then working his way back out to the raceway. Going to go right over the inside berm, and it looks like he's back out there and ready to go. All right, green high in the sky. We're ready now to go racing next time by with Dan Ebert in 60. JT Johnson in the 89 junior car, ready to crank it up and lead the charge out of turn 4. Heat number 2 ready to go back to green. 0 complete, 10 remaining. Ebert and Johnson ready for green flag action. Back to green once again in heat number 2. Ebert making his way to the front right off the get-go once again. Going to bring along JT Johnson in the 89 car, about 2 car lengths behind. Back another 2 to the number 4 of Jeremy Nelson. Nelson now with Wagaman in 14W, A Strike in 46, sits in the top 5. Passing points are the key here tonight in the heat races. Ebert out front, where he started, he'll want to finish there. Passing points aren't going to do him a bit of good at all. Troutner backwards on the high side of the raceway in turn 4. Jamie Troutner out of action, bringing out the caution. So it appears like we might have gotten a couple laps in. The Village Bank scoreboard located outside of turn 3 tells you how many laps are remaining in each event. Also gives you the number of the top 5 cars in contention in that particular race. It's numbers only, so if there's letters on the side, which there are a lot of these cars, it's numbers only on the board there. Village Bank, we put you first. All right, we're ready to go with 8 remaining, 2 in the books for Dan Ebert in 60. Troutner in the Z28 going to catch up with the rest of the field. We're ready to go. Green flag. Going to turn him loose out of turn 4 with Dan Ebert in 60 in green. Hood panel up on the front of Hardigan's number 87 limits his visibility definitely. A great battle for 2, 3, and 4 out of turn 4. The leader is checked out. It's Dan Ebert in 60. Ebert out front of this one with 3 laps in the books. The 60 car. Double file battle for 2 and 3. Also 4 and 5. A good one back there in the field. Sobraski side by side with the 46 car of Justin A. Strike. The 4 of Jeremy Nelson has rolled into the runner-up spot. Nelson in the number 4 car started 3rd. He's currently 2nd. Made him a little bit of advantage in those passing points. The flag's ready to cross. They'll be yellow and green for your race leader from the pole, Dan Ebert in 60 with 5 left to go. So halfway through for Ebert in 60, the pole sitter, the leader from the very get-go. Of Jeremy Nelson now in a solid 2nd. Good battle for 3 and 4 coming up because here comes Sobraski right off the hub in 7. Going to go side by side into turn 1 with JT Johnson. Johnson in 89 in 3rd with Sobraski right next to him in the 7A. That is for 3 and 4. 5th is A Strike in 46th and Wagaman in 14W currently sitting position 6. Look out of turn 4. They get together for a little bit of a meeting. Troutner in 28 and 87. Hardigan get together, but no harm, no foul. We keep right on green flag racing. Ebert flying around the Ogilvie Raceway with the 2 to go. Signal given out. Sobraski takes over the 3rd spot, wins the battle between him and the 89 junior of JT Johnson. A Strike now trying to move forward in that 46 car, currently 5th. The white flag up in the air for the 60 of Dan Ebert with 1 to go. Ebert out front, 2.5 seconds. The advantage of full straightaway difference between him and Jeremy Nelson. Ebert comes out of turn 4, looks for the checkered flag. He'll take the win in 60. Dan Ebert followed by Jeremy Nelson in 4. 7A Sobraski in 3rd and JT Johnson 89 junior rounds out the top 4. So there you have it, heat race number 2 in the modifieds. The pole sitter out of Lakeshore, Minnesota. Let's make some noise for Dan Ebert in 60. Ebert in the Country Cat, Sport Tech, Collins Brothers Towing, and St. Cloud Shaw